Students from Richard Montgomery, Gonzaga, and Washington Liberty meet today on It's Academic. Hello everybody, I'm Hillary Howard and welcome to It's Academic, now in its 61st season, and this is yet another playoff game thanks to title sponsor David M. Rubenstein, encouraging you to read, learn, get involved, and make a difference. And special thanks to platinum sponsor MITRE. MITRE is a bridge and convener of government, industry, and academia, bringing together the whole of nation to tackle some of the biggest challenges of the 21st century. And now we get to meet Team 1 from Rockville, Maryland, Richard Montgomery High School. Hey Gus, you're the captain, so introduce us to everyone.
Hi, my name is Gus Carvel. I'm a senior and I'm here with Ubar Cattell and Amanda Wu, also seniors at Richard Montgomery. And I'd like to thank our coach, Mr. Mason, a former It's Academic competitor in his first year of coaching us here, coming out to support us.
Awesome. Do you know what team he was on?
I don't remember, but it was in the Baltimore section, not the
It's okay. It's all in the family. Family. Hey, Amanda, what should we know about you?
I'm also a senior at Richard Montgomery. I do quiz bowl and debate and just some creative writing outside of school.
Lovely. What kind of stuff do you like to write about?
All sorts, really, but right now it's mainly sci-fi and short stories.
Ooh, cool. Nice. Hey, Ubar, really nice to see you on the team. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a senior as well. I do quiz bowl, I do Mall UN, and I like to write haikus.
You like what?
I like to write haikus.
Oh, you do? Very nice. Well, I'd love to hear one day, so you can email them. I'd love to read them. Okay, so off we go, guys. As you know, in this round, questions are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. First clue. You can warm up your score with 20 points if you find here the hidden name of what North Carolina university, whose basketball team is known as the Blue Devils?
Duke, right?
Yeah, this is Duke.
Yeah.
Okay. Our final answer is Duke.
Duke it is. Lighthearted, sarcastic, meticulous. Which of these words best describes someone who is scrupulous?
Meticulous.
Meticulous, right?
Yeah.
That sounds right. Meticulous, final answer.
Meticulous is right. A dazzle. You might be dazzled to know that dazzle is the name for a group of what African equine animals known for their black and white stripes?
So
Zebras.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yeah, it's zebras. Manassas, Glorietta Pass, Chancellorsville. Only one significant Civil War battle took place in the New Mexico territory, and it was which of these?
Glorietta Pass.
Yeah, I agree.
Or
Glorietta
pass.
pass, final.
Well done, yeah. A room without blank is like a body without soul. You can complete this remark from the ancient Roman orator Cicero by adding what objects beloved by bibliophiles?
Books, yeah.
Yeah.
Books, final.
Books it is, and you guys read a lot, I know. You've got a score of 200 points. Nicely done, Richard Montgomery. Time to meet the gentleman from Gonzaga College High School here in Washington, D.C. Hey, Nick, introduce us to everyone.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm an 18-year-old senior, and I have with me today my two teammates, John, a junior, and Luke, a sophomore.
Beautiful. Really nice to see you guys. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Nick?
I'm Nick. I'm an 18-year-old senior, and I do rugby at Gonzaga
Awesome. How long you been doing rugby?
for 4 years.
Nice. You get beat up doing that?
It's pretty rough, not gonna lie.
All right. I'm sure you're very good. It's good to see you again. Hiya, John. What should we know about you?
Hi, I'm John Corso. I'm a 17-year-old junior at Gonzaga, and I play the church organ
Oh, nice. How long have you been doing that one?
since the 6th grade.
Oh my gosh. So you're pretty good at it, huh?
I think I'm okay. It's hard to play with your feet, but it's okay.
All right. And hello, Luke.
Hi, I'm Luke. I'm a 15-year-old sophomore. I wrote for my school's crew team, and I'm a writer and an editor for the school newspaper.
Awesome. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
Journalism?
it'd be a good career path. Yeah.
Well, I support journalism, clearly. Good job. I look forward to seeing where your byline is. Here we go, guys. First question. You're welcome. the Lena River. The Lena River is in Russia, but you can find in this phrase the name of what American city, the capital of Montana?
Conferring at Helena.
Helena.
Okay, final answer, Helena.
Yes. Encouraging it, profiting from it, smothering it. If you are stifling an artist's creativity, you are doing which of these?
Conferring, smothering it. Okay, final answer, smothering it.
Correct. A blessing. This word is used to describe a group of what kind of mythical animals which have one horn in the middle of their foreheads?
Conferring unicorns.
Yep.
Okay, final answer, unicorns.
Unicorns is right. Speaking of right, right to petition, right to trial by jury, right of women to vote. Which one of these three rights ensured by the Constitution was added in the 20th century?
Conferring right of women to vote was the 19th Amendment, which would have been 1920. So right of women to vote.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay, final answer, right of women to vote.
Right of women to vote, correct. The two most common elements in the universe are blank and stupidity. To complete this cynical observation from one author, add what gaseous element that is number 1 in the periodic table?
Conferring is hydrogen.
Yep.
Hydrogen. Okay, final answer, hydrogen.
Hydrogen it is. Nicely done, Gonzaga. You've got 200 points. All right, how about we meet Team 3 from Arlington, Virginia's Washington Liberty High School, where Devin is captain. Hiya, Devin. Introduce us to everyone.
Hi, so I'm Devin, and with me today are my teammates Lily and Mickey, and we are all juniors from Washington Liberty High School.
It's good to have you. Tell us what we should know about you, Devin.
Also, I'm Devin Opper. I'm a junior at Washington Liberty High School, and I'm really passionate about economics and geopolitics.
Wow, is that what you want to study when you go off to college?
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to study, that's for sure. Hiya, Mickey. What should we know about you?
Hi, I'm Mickey Robertson. I'm a junior at Washington Liberty, and I really enjoy playing music with my friends.
What kind of music do you like to play?
So with my friends, I often play jazz. I'm a saxophone and a bass player, so that's definitely my favorite genre of music to perform and sort of jam with.
We're a big jazz family here, so
Yeah.
all for that. Hiya, Lily.
Hi, I'm Lily, and I run track and cross country at my school.
Wonderful. I could never do long distance, man. I don't know how people do it. I guess it gets you going, right? All right, let's jump into this first round. Here's your first question, Washington Liberty. A simple wisdom. Study this simple phrase and see if you can find the last name of what British author of the Narnia stories?
Lewis.
Conferring Lewis.
Yeah.
Final answer, Lewis.
Lewis, yes. Unwieldy, profitable, sinful. Which of these words best describes something that is cumbersome?
Unwieldy.
Unwieldy.
Right?
Yeah.
Final answer, unwieldy.
Unwieldy, yes it is. A shiver. This word is used to describe a group of what kind of fish, such as hammerhead or mako, that can cause swimmers to shiver in fear.
Confer, shark.
Shark. Final answer, shark.
Yeah, it's shark. Italy, Norway, France. The Statue of Liberty was a gift to the United States from the people of which of these countries?
Confer, France.
France, right?
Final answer, France.
We. You can no more win a war than you can win an... To complete this quote from Jeanette Rankin, the first woman member of Congress, at what natural disaster that is measured by a seismograph?
Conferring, is this an
Earthquake.
earthquake?
Yeah.
Final answer, earthquake.
Your final answer is right. Washington Liberty, you've got 200 points. Like pictures? Picture Perfect is next.
I'm David Rubenstein. From the Kennedy Center and the National Archives to the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument, I've been pleased to support many important organizations and historic sites linked to American history, art, culture, education, and more. I believe giving back to our country isn't just an idea, it's an action, a patriotic action that involves all of us. And it begins with education and learning about our nation's past so that we, the people, can make a more perfect union for the future. We can do it together. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
Hey, it's time for the Picture Perfect round. As you know, in this round, questions are worth 20 points up or down, 10 points off if you pass. Here we go, Richard Montgomery. The Arc de Triomphe is France's honored resting place for what type of soldier similarly honored at Arlington Cemetery?
Unknown.
Unknown. Unknown. Final answer.
Yes. Sweet things are bad for the teeth. The American Dental Association would applaud this statement made back in the 18th century by what author of Gulliver's Travels?
So Swift.
Swift. Final.
Yeah.
Yes. This artwork shows Mongol conqueror Tamerlane planning to invade an area that is now what modern country whose capital is Tbilisi?
This would be Georgia. Final answer.
Yeah.
And that answer of Georgia gives you 260 points. Richard Montgomery. Okay, Gonzaga, time to look at some pictures in this Picture Perfect round. And here's the first one. Fireworks celebrated the 1883 opening of what New York City suspension bridge named for one of the city's boroughs?
Conferring Brooklyn Bridge.
Brooklyn Bridge, I think.
All right, final answer, Brooklyn Bridge.
The beautiful Brooklyn Bridge, yes. Fiction is the lie that helps us understand the truth. This was the observation of what American author of The Things They Carried, a collection of stories about the Vietnam War?
Conferring Tim O'Brien.
I think it's O'Brien, yep.
All right, final answer, O'Brien.
Well done, yeah. Here, Van Gogh painted a Zouave, a member of a French military unit that originated in what North African countries situated between Libya, Tunisia, and Morocco?
Conferring John Luke.
Algeria.
Algeria. Okay, final answer, Algeria.
Algeria is right. Gonzaga, you've got 260 points. How about a little Picture Perfect, Washington Liberty? Here's your first picture. Fish like these can be seen in the waters off Guam, a Pacific island that became a U.S. territory after what 1898 war?
Conferring, is this the Spanish-American War?
Yeah.
All right, final answer, the Spanish-American War.
Yes, it was. He was out of touch with his time. This was one critic's description of what 19th century American novelist who touched readers with the Scarlet Letter.
Was that Milne?
I don't remember.
Need an answer.
Or
Final-
Milne, final answer.
It's Nathaniel Hawthorne.
I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right.
This man is selling flowers in Tashkent, the capital of what Central Asian country?
Conferring Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Final answer, Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan is correct. Washington Liberty, you have 220 points. 2 rounds behind us, 2 rounds to go. Halftime is up in just a minute.
Hello, I'm David Rubenstein. Did you know Hungarian composer Franz Liszt was so popular that women frequently wrote to him asking for a lock of his hair? To meet demand, Liszt brought a dog whose fur matched his hair color. Whenever he got a request, he would clip some hair from the dog and send it off instead of his own. Exciting as his music was, part of his appeal had to do with his stage presence. In fact, Liszt had been called the rock star of his age. I'm David Rubenstein, reminding you to read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
How about we meet the coach at Richard Montgomery that helps prepare these fine students for competition? Gus, who is he?
This is Mr. Mason, our coach new to the team just this year.
Beautiful. Well, welcome, Mr. Mason. Nice to have you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's my first year coaching here at RM. I've actually done It's Academic in the past up in Baltimore, but I'm very happy to be working with these excellent young people and getting them ready for something they enjoy.
So what school in Baltimore were you on?
Delaney High School, Baltimore County.
All right, nice. Well, we're going to run into this packet round. Thanks so much for being here, Mr. Mason. Nice to meet you, and congratulations on getting your team to the playoffs.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Richard Montgomery, now we can do some questions in this packet round where the questions are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. And here's the perk, as you know, if you get all the questions correct, a 25-point bonus. Here's the first question. On the Islamic calendar, Ramadan is what number month corresponding to September on the Gregorian calendar?
9.
Nine,
Yeah.
I think? Yeah, 9 final.
9 is right. Named for the Italian city where she was born, what English woman gained international acclaim as a nurse in the Crimean War?
Florence
Florence
Nightingale.
Nightingale, yeah.
Final.
Yes. Here's your science question. Salicylic acid, aqua regia, boric acid. Which of these is the active chemical constituent of aspirin?
I want to say
Boric?
salicylic. I don't know.
I was thinking salicylic.
Yeah,
It's probably
go
salicylic.
for it.
Okay. Salicylic acid final.
We're so glad you chose salicylic acid. Yes, it is. The word tabby, as in tabby cat, is said to derive from the Al-Tabiya district of what capital city of Iraq?
Tehran final.
Oh wait, no, that's
Oh,
Iran.
I said final though.
Oh,
It's Baghdad.
yeah.
Dismayed because sales of his poetry weren't as good as those of Lord Byron, what 19th century author started writing such successful novels as Ivanhoe?
oh, Scott. Walter
Scott, final.
Yeah.
Yes. Here's your math question. What is the positive value of x in this expression?
Ubar,
So
any idea?
it's
Yeah,
just the
yeah, yeah. Give me a
24,
second.
right? No, wait. Yeah. Isn't it just 24?
24? Okay. 24 final.
Okay, yeah, 24. Every year there's an annual wild mushroom picking championship held in what Baltic country where Vilnius is capital?
Lithuania, right? Yeah, Lithuania final.
You got it right, Richard Montgomery. Nice job, 380 points. Time to meet the coach from Gonzaga College High School in DC. Hey, Nick, who's with you?
So this is our first year coach, Mr. Brian Kilner. He's an alumni, class of 2016.
Great to see you, Mr. Kilmer. You're our second coach of the day, who's a first-year coach, whose team is in the playoff. Congratulations.
Thanks. Well, I mean, I think all the congrats goes to them, though.
So what advice do you have these guys as we go into the second half?
I mean, just keep it up. You've been perfect so far. And then come lightning round time, just make sure you get through those questions.
All righty, Mr. Kilmer, thanks so much for being with us. We're happy you're here, and we're happy to start this packet round. Gonzaga, here we go with your first question. The Chihuahua Trail was once a major crossing point for those embarking on a journey across what river separating Mexico and Texas?
Conferring the Rio Grande.
Yep,
Rio Grande? Okay, final answer, Rio Grande.
It's the Rio Grande. What word for an interest-bearing government certificate is also the last name of a fictional British secret agent called 007?
Conferring bond.
Bond.
Bond. Final answer, bond.
Yes, it's Bond. Here's your science question. Joule, Hertz, Faraday. Which of these words refers to the work done by a force of 1 Newton acting through a distance of 1 meter?
Conferring joule, force times distance. Okay, final answer, joule.
Joule is correct. Scientists attach tiny computers to the shells of rosy wolf snails in order to figure out how they were able to kill most of the other snails on what Pacific island were Gauguin painted?
Conferring
Tahiti?
Tahiti.
I think it's Tahiti.
All right, final answer, Tahiti.
Yeah, those famous pictures, the paintings from Tahiti. Ideal not in happiness, ideal in meaning, said what African-American author who put a lot of meaning into his books Native Son and Black Boy?
Conferring Richard Wright.
Right.
Final answer, Richard Wright.
Right. Now your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as a fraction in lowest terms.
Okay, 3 times 2 times 1 is 6. 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is 12, 24. So 6 over 24, which would be 1 over 4. Final answer, 1/4.
It was fun to listen you go through that. You're right, 1/4. With a population of over 9 million, Dhaka is the capital of what densely populated Asian republic once called East Pakistan?
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. All right, final answer, Bangladesh.
Yeah, and you banged that one out of the park. Gonzaga, man, you've gotten everyone right. 425 points, including a 25-point bonus. Nicely done. We're going to meet the team behind the team at Washington Liberty High School. So, Devin, who's with you?
Here supporting us today are our sponsors, Ms. Cher and Ms. Sotomayor, as well as our alternate dean.
All right, great to see you, Dean and Ms. Cher. Ms. Sotomayor, why don't you tell us about this team and what advice you have for them going into the second half?
Well, we have a pretty amazing team. It's really fun to hang out with them after school. They really put a smile on all of our faces. And I just want to wish you all good luck. You guys are doing great.
All right, yes, they are. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Sotomayor and Ms. Cher and Dean. Well, now that we've met your cheering section, Washington Liberty, let's dive into this packet round. Here's the first question. In spite of their non-military nicknames, Peter the Hermit and Walter the Penniless were leaders of what medieval campaigns to recapture the Holy Land?
Crusades.
Yeah. Final answer, the Crusades.
The Crusades is right. In honor of the Lewis and Clark expedition, the U.S. Mint issued several versions of what coin named for the element whose atomic number is 28?
Nickel, conferring.
Yeah, nickel. Final answer, nickel.
Nickel it is. Here's your science question. Formaldehyde, methane, sugar. Which of these is a hydrocarbon, a compound that contains only carbon and hydrogen?
Conferring, is this methane?
Yes.
Final answer, methane.
Yeah, it's methane. To celebrate the anniversary of the D-Day invasion, Frenchmen drink apple brandy from what French province where the Allies landed on June 6th, 1944?
Conferring, is this Normandy?
Yes.
Yeah. Final answer, Normandy.
It is Normandy, and the brandy is Calvados. Michael Crichton chose what constellation to identify an extraterrestrial virus named in the title of one of his best-selling novels?
Just to go with like Orion or something.
Or the Big Dipper, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Final answer, the Big Dipper.
The answer is Andromeda, and the book, which was a movie, The Andromeda Strain. Here's your math question. What is the value of this expression?
Conferring 1/2.
Yeah, final answer, 1/2.
1/2 it is. In 1885, British General Kitchener drew the first modern map of what Mediterranean island country where Nicosia is capital?
Conferring, Cyprus. Final answer, Cyprus.
Cyprus is right. Washington Liberty, you did a fabulous job, 340 points. Well, we like it when lightning strikes on It's Academic. The very exciting lightning round is coming at you in just a moment.
I'm David Rubenstein, and I believe giving back is something we all can do. Students are getting involved in their communities in many important ways. I've asked them to share with us how they're making a difference.
Hi, I'm Lizzie Armosia, and I'm a junior at Sherwood High School. And a way that I've been impacting my community is through tutoring non-English speakers through the CARES program, which is a government-funded COVID-19 relief program. This is super close to my heart and a massive passion project for me because my father did not speak English as his first language throughout elementary, middle, and high school. So it feels so amazing to have such an impact on just a few high school students' academic careers and help them further their academic prosperity and their academic passions.
Like these students, you too can help improve the lives of so many people by volunteering in your town and community. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
Lightning is about to strike. We're in the lightning round. That means you've got 45 seconds to answer as many as 10 questions. They're worth 20 points up or down, but nothing off should you choose to pass. Are you ready, Richard Montgomery? Yes. Here we go. All your answers must have exactly 4 letters. In 3, 2, 1. This bird symbolizes peace.
Dove.
Yes, this metallic element is the main component of
Iron.
steel. Yes, this was the previous name for Thailand.
Siam.
Yes, the ugly duckling was actually this graceful
Swan.
bird. Yes, this is the dense center of our planet Earth.
Core.
Yes, this city is the capital of Azerbaijan.
Baku.
Yes, this American won the men's figure skating gold medal at this year's Olympics.
Chen.
Yes, Dr. Jekyll turned into this evil
Hyde.
man. Yes, he was our 11th president.
What do we think? Polk. That's
Yes,
not
this German economist wrote Das Kapital.
Marx.
Yes, it's Karl Marx. Boosh, 2 seconds to spare. Richard Montgomery, amazing. You were like lightning, on fire. 580 points. Well done. Lightning strikes again, this time for Gonzaga College High School. Gentlemen, all your answers must have exactly 4 letters. In 3, 2, 1. Coconuts are produced by this tropical tree.
Palm.
Yes, this heavy metal has the symbol PB.
Lead.
Yes, this cape is at the tip of South America.
Pass.
Cape Horn, this is the term for young sheep.
Pass.
Lamb, this is the common name for your tibia bone.
Pass.
Shin, this is the capital of Fiji.
Pass.
Suva, he was the classical god of war.
Aries.
Yeah, Faulkner titled one of his books The Sound and the
Pass.
Fury. He was our 38th president. Oh, and there's the buzzer, and it was Gerald Ford. Listen, Gonzaga, you did a fantastic job today. 485 points. Well done, guys. Washington Liberty, time for the lightning round. You ready? Yes. Okay, here we go. All your answers must have exactly 4 letters. In 3, 2, 1. This NFL team won this year's Super Bowl.
Rams.
Yes, the chemical symbol for this metal is AU.
Gold.
Yes, the capital of this country is Muscat.
Oman.
Yes, this is the term for a young cow.
Calf.
Yes, this part of your eye shares its name with a flower.
Iris.
Yes, the capital city of this country is Bamako.
Mali.
Yes, he was the author of Les Miserables.
Pass.
Hugo.
Pass.
Yeah, it was Hugo. This animal lost a fabled race to a tortoise.
Hare.
Yes, he was our 27th president.
Pass.
Yes, Peter Pan was menaced by this pirate captain. Yes, it's Hook. And tick tock, you guys still have like 6 seconds at least to spare. You blew through that lightning round, got all of them right. Washington Liberty, you should feel good with a score of 540 points. Well, after that very exciting lightning round, we'll have the official scores for this playoff match coming up next.
I'm David Rubenstein. From the Kennedy Center and the National Archives to the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument, I've been pleased to support many important organizations and historic sites linked to American history, art, culture, education, and more. I believe giving back to our country isn't just an idea, it's an action, a patriotic action that involves all of us. And it begins with education and learning about our nation's past so that we, the people, can make a more perfect union for the future. We can do it together. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
The scores are now official in this playoff game, and all of you guys were great. That's why you were in the playoffs. Here we go. First, from Washington, D.C., Gonzaga College High School. Nick, John, and Luke, 485 points with that 25-point bonus. Great job, guys. From Washington Liberty in Arlington, Devin, Lily, and Mickey, 540 points with an amazing lightning round. And coming back for the semifinals from Rockville, Maryland, Richard Montgomery High School. Gus, Amanda, and Ubar with 580 points. Great job. So great to have all of you here. Please make sure when you tune in next week and we have Walter Johnson, Lake Braddock, and Rockville. I'm Hillary Howard. Please, please, please follow us on social media where you can like, love, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time. Bye, everybody.
I'm David Rubenstein, reminding you to read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.